Rapids Camp, we have the opportunity to fish for all 5 species of salmon. The king salmon, the silver salmon, the sockeye salmon, the pink, and the chum. If you go further down south on the Alaska Peninsula, the Arctic char, they'll range anywhere from 5 up to 15 pounds.
Here we got silvers, halibut, lingcod, char, a chum salmon. We only got one of those, but it was cool. I caught a Chinook on accident.
Rainbows.
Yeah, some monster rainbows.
Good food, good people, good guides, good pilots, great fish.
My favorite spot is the Naknek River because of the giant rainbows that live there, and the size of the river has some mystery. It's a big river that takes some exploring, and I'm pretty sure if I were a trout, I'd want to live in the Naknek River.
The home river is just amazing.
So many types of fish, so many species come through here that you can fish for just right in your backyard pretty much. Like you go to all those other places and you kind of forget like what's here.
This year, the coolest fish I think I've caught so far on a fly rod on the Naknek would have to be like a 25-pound king salmon on a spey rod.
My personal trophy fish was a fish that I didn't even catch. It was a fish that one of my clients and dear friends caught. A lady by the name of Carolyn caught a 31-inch hen rainbow on the Naknek River, and I think that was my most memorable fish at Rapids Camp Lodge.
The nice thing is you don't have to carry your waders. They have nice waders available for your use. And equipment is top notch, sage rods, great lines. You know, you just pay your fee to get here and you don't need to bring anything else. I mean, they probably even have the bug spray if you need it.
We have an in-house masseuse, and we have a hot tub, workout room.
Wi-Fi, big screen, cable TV, you know, beer on tap, and our various bottled wines.
The food here is...
And the food is fantastic. Rack of lamb last night that was to die for.
Did I mention they have great food?
Just the guests were all really cool too. Everybody got really social, kind of telling old fishing stories and whatnot. It was really cool.
Guides are really friendly, very helpful, teach you how the techniques.
They all know what they're doing.
They've put us on a lot of fish. They've been really prepared, very insightful. Hey, great pilots too. Fish on.
probably our best day. We fished Little Coup, probably caught 10 fish between 22 and 24 inches, and then a bunch of smaller rainbows and some nice char in the mix. Today we're catching silvers and a couple of pinks. Fish on. I think it's a silver.
We're 50 miles from the ocean. We're catching sea run char that have come right out of the ocean and up the King Salmon River drainage. And here we are about 40 miles south of the lodge. And I think if you wanted to walk here from King Salmon, it might take you 2 weeks. So it's a very remote place, not accessible other than via float plane.
The fly-in situation is just tremendous. It's nice to be asked, what do you want to do tomorrow? And you choose where you want to go.
There isn't any guest that has a pre-scheduled week. And every night I'm going to sit down with them and we're going to figure out what they want to do the next day and what they want to catch the next day.
And we're constantly moving from one place to the next as the salmon enter new areas, and the trout and char and various species that we target follow those salmon.
As the conditions change, all the rivers fluctuate, the salmon runs fluctuate. So we need to be able to go to different locations. We're able to do that with our fleet of airplanes and with the knowledge of our fishing guides.
If you go to one spot and you have an air service, they just drop you off. In our lodge, we go to the spot. If it doesn't look good or something not promising about it, there's too many people there, or anything that we don't like, we just get back in the plane and go to another spot. So it gives us options that really is an advantage.
Unlike any other lodge in Alaska, you're going to find the largest float plane fleet per guest ratio. You're going to find one of the very few permits that allow our lodge to go halibut fishing over in Shelikof Strait.
The scenery is beyond any. It's the most beautiful place I've ever been in my life, I think, that Geographic Bay. So spectacular, reminds you of the film Jurassic Park.
Griffin, little kid about 7 years old, was here, and he was there cranking on the reel. Just, yeah, the halibut was bigger than the little guy.
Ah, baby! Oh, there he goes!
Probably the best week of my life.
Yeah, this is pretty much as good as it gets.
It's fishing like no other out here, that's for sure.
This is something that, unfortunately, people probably won't get to experience forever, and so I'm glad to be a part of it.